Okay, you guys, here's my refeed. Got the Wagyu burger. Topped it off with 6 strips of bacon. It's not the thick bacon, it's just the regular thin as hell bacon, but 6 strips. And then my little guac that doesn't look that appetizing, but just a little bit of that. And then my nuts. And that is a half a cup of walnuts. Doesn't look too bad, does it? Mm-mm. All right, time to eat. Catch y'all later. Aloha, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. I'm trying to get this done super early. I think it's like 9 o'clock. And I just basically want to get it done with and move on with my day. I wanted to show you guys my shirt. I don't know if it's backwards on the video. To me, it's backwards when I look at it, but I don't think it will be on the video. All my friends are walkers. That's my Walking Dead shirt, y'all. This is what I wear when I work out. Anybody out there a Walking Dead fan? I'm a huge fan. But the show's starting to get weird now, getting rid of all the main characters and shit. Anywho, diet information. I'm down another pound. So far so good with refeeding every day. Keeping it at 1,000 calories, keeping the food. I'm not going to say no keto. I don't know, or not no keto. No carb. I don't think I could do no carb, y'all. And not that I'm eating a lot of carb, but like I said, right now the carb in my diet every day is coming from the condiment, like if I use barbecue sauce or what have you. Yeah. I don't think I could just go straight carnivore, strictly meat. I don't think I could do it, y'all. But I'm keeping it as low carb as I can get it. And the weight's still going down. As you can see, I'm still in ketosis. I'm going to be honest. I don't feel the greatest. I think I have to make some adjustments. Like I say, I'm not worried to loosen up a little bit on carbs. When I say carbs, I mean some veggies, whether it be some cucumbers and tomato with some vinegar on it, and that will also help cut any fatty meat I'm eating. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that next week, incorporate more veggie like cucumbers and tomatoes into the diet, and we'll see if that affects me at all as far as weight loss or ketosis. And if it gives me more energy, I don't feel awful, but I don't feel real super energetic. So for now, I'm sticking with the protocol. I told you guys, as long as I'm dropping weight and staying in ketosis, I'm just going to keep on keeping on. So I'm super happy that I'm having that one meal a day and still dropping the pounds. Yeah, so I'm going to stick with it. But we don't know what tomorrow may bring. And like I say, as long as I'm losing, I don't foresee me switching up anything. I just want to see if I can adjust what I'm eating a little bit, just to see if I can get my energy up a little better. And what I did, I went on my FitnessPal. I like to use that. Everything I put in my mouth, I put it in there to keep track, make sure my calories are staying at that 1,000 mark. And I also like, once I've got all my food in there, I can go look at, make sure the macros are right, and also my nutrients. Like I like to look and see if, you know, all my nutrients, my vitamin C, my iron, my potassium, my, you know, I want to make my sodium. I want to make sure I'm keeping my salts up too, because, you know, that could be why I'm a little sluggish, and I believe it is because today I went and was looking through. I take a multivitamin every day, but for some reason it didn't occur to me I should plug that in to my pal. So I started doing that, and so that it will include any vitamins that I'm getting, or nutrients, or whatever you want to call it, from the vitamin. So everything looks fairly good. The only thing that I was really lacking on was iron and potassium. So the potassium is probably partly why I'm low energy, could be. So, because when I'm eating one meal a day and the stuff I'm eating, the Spam, the bacon, all that stuff is so salty, I normally won't, you know, take any extra salts or whatever, but now I see my sodium is, I'm not going to say it's great because it's a little bit high. But at least I'm not low. But my potassium is low, so I'm going to have to intake some extra potassium, which I use no salt for potassium. Normally what I do, I don't drink it. I don't make a drink, you know, like a snake juice type deal. I just knock it back. I need about a teaspoon, 3/4 teaspoon, a teaspoon, depending on what I'm eating that day, to bring me good on my potassium. So what I normally do is I'll take like a 1/4 teaspoon, half a teaspoon, put it on my tongue, wash it back with some water. You got to be careful with that. I've done it many times and have been fine. But you just have to be careful. That's why I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to put the whole teaspoon of no salt and knock it back, because it will send you to the toilet if you do too much. So I normally just take a little bit, wash it back with some water, and then maybe 2-3 hours later, do some more. So got to get my potassium up, and maybe that's why I'm feeling sluggish. Another problem that I'm having, I don't know if it's a problem, but for me it's a problem. Let's see, I ate Wednesday, I ate yesterday, and I still haven't pooped. Y'all, I don't hesitate to talk about poop on my channel. I'm so sorry. If you watch my other channel, my actual weight loss channel, I talk about poop all the time. It's part of the process, you know, and sometimes, you know, you're pooping too much, you're not pooping enough, whatever. And I know, you know, what goes in must come out. But that's another thing that I've always wondered, if all that fasting, like that long-term fasting, if it also made my digestive system sluggish, slow, you know, because I keep hearing all these people, like even Cole will say, oh yeah, he eats, and then like, I don't know, some ridiculous amount of time, an hour later or whatever, he's already taken a crap. So I don't know, like, and I don't like that. That's just one of my little weird things. I don't like to not be going to the bathroom, because it has happened in the past, and it became an issue, y'all. Let me just say that. I won't go into detail, but it became an issue, and I'm not trying to deal with that. So when I'm going a couple of days and I've not pooped, I start freaking out a little bit. So I'm going to give it today, and then if tomorrow I'm not feeling any urges, normally what I do is I'll use a suppository to kind of hurry things along, I guess you could say. I don't know. All right, no more poop talk. Sorry. But anyways, like I say, it's part of the whole process of fasting and whatnot. And Cole says don't eat too much meat or protein because it can stop you up. La la la. So it's all part of the process. Um, yeah. So, and just that story is, if tomorrow there's no action, I will take action. Oh my goodness. And another thing I wanted to talk about, like, I'm dropping a pound a day. I'm great with that. And, when I'm dieting, fasting, or whatever, like, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I've got this big date this weekend. I've got family reunion this weekend. I need to be down 50 pounds this week. I don't like, I don't normally do that. I don't normally put pressure on myself to, oh, I got this function coming up and I need to lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds before the function or whatever. That never works for me, like that kind of pressure, because I pressure out, and I'm like, oh my God, that event's coming, and I got up this morning and I'm stalled out, and it just creates too much pressure. And when you stress out like that, the weight loss can even stall out even longer. And so, I mean, 99% of the time, I don't have a reason like that to, I need to lose weight because I got this function coming up. My life just isn't like that. But that being said, I am putting a little bit of pressure on myself now because my youngest daughter's getting married next month. I have the dress. The dress fits. It fits fine, but I would like it to fit even better. I'm so happy that the style of dress, it is corset style, so it laces up the back, so it's very forgiving. But like I say, I'm happy with how it fits, but it could fit better, if I, lose 20 pounds, or 30 would be even better. But yeah, so now I'm putting that little bit of pressure on me to get those few pounds off before the wedding so that the dress will fit better. It's not a huge amount of pressure because even if I don't lose anything at all, the dress fits. But I want to see how much I can lose, because obviously the more I lose, the better the dress will fit. So I'm putting that little bit of pressure on myself, which I never do, but I am doing it now. And then once the wedding's over, then I go back to not caring if I lose, 10 pounds a week or 4 or 5, because normally I don't care. As long as I'm losing, I don't get caught up in that I need to lose X amount. As long as I'm losing. So, yeah, so I got that coming up. I'm hoping to do well. And because of that, all depending on how my weight's doing, I may throw occasionally, a 48 in there just to kind of push things along. And what else? Oh, y'all, I watched Maya's last video. I try so hard not to make these videos long, but maybe I need to talk faster, and maybe I shouldn't blibber blabber, and maybe I need to have a schedule. Sorry, y'all, got a phone call. Yeah, so Maya's last video, she talked about the whys of each person, of why they're on their journey to lose weight and get healthy. And she gave hers, and I loved that video. And I'm gonna link it down below. And of course, got me thinking of my whys. My whys have never really changed. It's always been the same since I've been on this journey, which is just to be healthier, I'm not going to go into it today because I'm already at 14 minutes. But, starting out my journey at 300 pounds, I had a lot of issues, y'all. I had a lot of issues. I was on a lot of medication. And just through fasting and losing the weight I did, I don't want to use the word cured, but got rid of a lot of those issues. I'm on, other than like vitamin and whatnot, I take zero medication. And when I started my journey, I was on a lot of medication. So, it was always just to get healthy. I was tired of living that way, miserable. When you're large, you're tired all the time. It's hard for you to go do things, because you get tired easy. And then mentally, it's hard to go out in public and do things and whatnot because you think everybody's looking at you. You think, oh my God, I'm going. My friend wants me to come over and have lunch, but should I? The whole are they going to have chairs that I can sit in that are going to be comfortable? That whole fat girl mentality, right? So I was miserable. And then years are passing and getting older and fatter, and so now I just, I'm getting older. I'm 61. I think I'm doing pretty good for 61, and I want to keep that train moving. If I'm doing this good at 61, when I hit 70, 80, I want to be ahead of the game. I don't want to look and feel 80 when I'm 80. I want to, like, I don't know how old I look, but I feel good. I don't feel like I'm 60 or 61. I feel pretty good. So I just want to keep that going, get myself in the best possible health I can get myself in, because as corny as it sounds, my whole why is I just want to be healthy. I want to be around a while. I've got 4 grandboys, and hopefully once my daughter gets married next month, I'll have another grandchild coming. And I want to see my grandchildren grow and graduate high school and go to college and graduate college and, get date and get boyfriends and, well, I only have boys right now, so girlfriends and, get in relationships and maybe get married and have babies. For me to be able to be around and be in good health and see great grandbabies, yeah, that's my whys. I just want to be in good health, be able to see my family grow and be around for them and feel good, feel good the whole time, feel energetic and be able to do things and whatnot, instead of just being old and frail and falling apart. I don't want that. I want to fight to the very end. I never want to be all old and frail and messed up and a burden to my kids or grandkids or whatever. I always want to be in the best shape I can be in and be self-sufficient and good shape. So that's my why. But that being said, that's really all I have, y'all. I don't know if I seem a little out of it today, but I am a little out of it. And before I sign off, I'm going to ask you guys one favor. I'm talking like I've got thousands of subscribers. But for those of you that do watch this, if you could say a little prayer for my dad. Found out yesterday that he had fallen in his apartment and he couldn't get up. He fell in the evening time trying to get in the bed, and he couldn't get up because he broke some bones, and he laid in that floor all night long. Luckily, one of his friends checked on him the next day, and because he wouldn't pick up the phone and she was worried, so she went and checked on him and found him in the floor. So he has a broken arm and a broken hip. They're supposed to be doing surgery today on the hip. If you could just say a little prayer. I'm a mess about it. But just say a little prayer for him. And if you can share this video, and in that way, whoever you share it to that sees it will also say a little prayer. Yeah, but that's it. That's all I have. And I appreciate you guys. Subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. I don't even have the energy to say all that stuff. I know I'm a terrible YouTuber, huh? But you guys know what to do. And I may take the weekend off from posting, and then I'll see you guys on Monday. Alright, you guys, that's all I have. I will see you soon. Thank you, everybody, for clicking on this video and watching the video and subscribing. I love all you guys. Alright, see you soon, and watch my other videos. Mahalo.